Welcome to another lesson of Adobe Photoshop. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how you will be able to make a musical t-shirt design. Well, there are a lot of musical t-shirt designs to make by using Adobe Photoshop or such as Adobe Lightroom. But as this is a specific course on how we are going to make t-shirt design by using the tools of Adobe Photoshop, so I'm going to show you how you will be able to do that. Well, it's just the same as we did on other lessons too. So we are going to follow the couple of the same steps and then apply or use a different type of, let's say, a source, but using the same type of, resources and using the same type of steps, which we did like until now. First off, what we're going to do is open up a new document, keep it 6:9, 300 ppi, which means 300 pixel per inches. Then I'm going to do is press on create. If you want it to be a bit higher, a bit, let's say you want or you have let's say mid-ranged or mid-end or high-end PC, and you want it to be more better, you can keep it to be 16-bit or 32-bit. I'm going to keep it on 8-bit. I'm going to do is press on create. Okay, now you will see an interface like this will appear up, and when you use it on 8-bit, obviously it's a lot more smoother than it works on 32-bit. Okay, because not all people have high-end PCs or high-end devices. So first of all, I'm going to do is open up a couple of, let's say, references so that I can use it according to that. So I'm going to do is open up on file, click on open. Now we'll use a couple of things which I want to use. First of all is going to be, let's say I have a couple of designs which I can actually use, but let's say I'm going to use it as a preference and then make something similar to this one. You can see how it actually is and how it actually looks like. What we're going to do is open up something similar to this as I've shown you. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to click on file, click on open. I'm going to do is make similar something like that. Now let's say I'm going to go down and find out some icons which I'm going to use right now from over here. I'm going to go down a bit more and find something else if I do find it. Okay, so let's say I'm going to do is open up that logo or open up that icon which I'm going to use over in this lesson. From here I'm going to open up or use this one and this one, and I can also use this one. That's like totally up to me how I'm going to work with it. From here I'm going to do is select both of them, click on open, and both of them will appear over here. Now from them you can use whichever one you want. If you want to make something similar to this, then you'll have to like make up your own shapes and make up your own changes. Well, you can do that too, but it's going to take a bit of a time. So you don't have to worry about it because I'm going to be showing you each and every steps on how you'll be able to do that. First off, what we're going to do is, let's say I'm going to take a decent one from over here. From here, what we're going to do is use the selection tool. I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to select this guitar only. Now you can see the guitar only has been selected. I'm going to click on this clipping mask. I'm going to do is click on this move tool, take it directly over here. Now I can see that it has been pasted. You can see layer 1. You can also see layer 2 if you want to, which you can see from over here. But if it doesn't work, what you're going to do is, let's say I'm going to press on Alt. I'm going to do is make sure it's like perfectly sized. I'm going to do is paste it over here. Let's zoom in a bit more. I'm going to do is going to be keeping it somewhere like this. Okay, and if you feel like that it is like quite big, click on this slice tool, right click on it. You have this crop tool. I'm going to do is going to be clicking on this area only. Now that has been made, click on this, press on Ctrl T, and you will have your result. But if it does not work, or if the whole canvas has now changed, you can also undo it, and you can also keep it to be how it was. Okay, what I'm going to do is zoom in a bit more, hold on to the right. I'm going to press on shift. I'm going to do is go on a bit to the right so that I can change it. Ctrl C. I'm going to do is increase the size a bit more. You can see how it actually looks like. Well, it's a bit pixelated, but yeah, we can use it for various purposes. I'm going to do is make in a shape, right click on it, click on ellipse tool. I'm going to do is click on, hold on to shift, and make a perfect circle. First thing I'm going to do is keep it somewhere like this. Now you can see how it actually looks like. I'm going to click on this move tool and take it over here and press on this layer option again, and you will see layer 1 has been selected. I'm going to do is paste it over here. Right click on it. What I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to turn it into a clipping mask. You can see how it actually looks like. I'm going to click on this ellipse tool 1. This is how it will actually look like, okay? I'm going to do is increase the size. You can see the size has been increased. What I'm going to do is change this color of the shape. Right click on it. I'm going to go over to properties or change it from over here. You can go from here. Let's say I'm going to do is change the color if you want to. Now what we're going to do is going to be selecting on the color, you can see from over here. But if it still doesn't work, what you're going to do is go over to layers, right click on it. You will see this option will appear up. From here you can select the color, and also let's say you can go over to this, let's say adjustment and all of those, and change it according to your desire. Let's say from here I'm going to do is click on the blending tool, and I'm going to go over to styles if I want to, and then change it according to my desire. Let's say I'm going to go over to contour or texture or stroke. That's like totally up to you how you're going to work with it. But if it still doesn't work, just click on this, click on layers. I'm going to go over to layers, click on this ellipse tool, press on Control T. I'm going to double click on it, go over to properties. I'm going to click on this fill option and select on this white part, and you can see that this has turned into a white fill. Now what we're gonna do is go over to like layers again, press on Control T, which is still like this. I'm gonna do is decrease the size a bit more. I'm gonna do is click on them. Now you can see this is a lot perfectly aligned. This is how it will actually look like. So this is it. I'm gonna click on this layer options again. I'm gonna do is click on this and paste it wherever I want it. Can see this has been also made perfectly. I can also increase the size and keep it to be somewhere around here. Press on OK, and I have both of these, okay, ellipse 1 and this one. Now I'm gonna do is click on blending option. I'm gonna do is increase the stroke. Click on stroke. You will see the stroke option will appear up. Now you can like fix in the opacity. Well, the size should be somewhere like, let's say this. This is like quite perfect. You can select the color too. That's like totally up to you how you're gonna work with it. After you're done, just click on OK and you'll be good to go. Now it has been done too. Now I'm gonna do is add in a couple of text. I'm gonna press on OK. Now you can like select it from over here too. I'm gonna do is press on undo from here. Let's say I'm gonna add in this one, okay, which I'm going to use over here. But first off, I'm gonna do is add in another layer. Click on layer. Well, this is going to be the text, so I'm going to click on this text and make this over here. I'm going to type in rock and roll. What I'm going to do is double click on it. You can see all of them has been selected. What I'm going to do is decrease the size or press on Control T. Just increase the size a bit more. I can see this is perfectly made. What I'm going to do is click on this curve tool. I'm going to do is, let's say I want it to be arc. So I'm going to do is keep it to be arc. Press on OK. Now you can see how it is. But if it still doesn't work, what you're going to do is click on this option again and fix the blend. You can see the blend has been fixed. You can fix out the horizontal distortion too. That's like totally up to you. What I'm going to do is keep it to be 0 so that it is perfect. So I'm going to do is type in to be plus. Plus I just type in 0. You can fix the vertical distortion too. From like this to this. That's like totally up to you how you're going to work with it. I'm going to press on OK. I'm going to do is decrease the size a lot. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be 14. What I'm going to do is click on done. What I'm going to do is triple click on it again. I'm going to go over here. Let's say I'm going to do is keep it to be vertically something like this. Click on this tick tool or press on OK first. Then press on Control T. Now it's going to be over here. Click on this move tool. And then I'm going to do is move it over here. But first off, I'm gonna do is align it a bit more and make this shape to be a bit more different. So I'm gonna click on this again, press on this tool, click on this. You can see how it actually looks like. Press on OK and you will get your result. Press on Alt and zoom in. I'm gonna do is press on Control T. I'm gonna do is triple click on it, increase the size. Now you can see it is still like this. I'm gonna go over here and fix out the vertical distortion too. And just keep it like this. Press on OK and we are done on this part. Press on OK. I'm gonna do is keep it somewhere like this. I can also rotate it. That's like totally up to you. I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna go over the blending option. Then you can fix out whichever content you want to add on that specific type of, let's say, detail. I'm gonna do is go over here, click on properties. I'm gonna go over the color and then select whichever color I want to use. So I'm gonna do is select on this one or select on this one. Okay, whichever one you prefer. That's like totally up to you. Press on OK and then you will have the text. Now I'm gonna do is going to be making another shape so that I can put it over here. I'm gonna do is click on this ellipse tool again, press on this. I'm gonna do is keep it to be a circle. If it doesn't work, just zoom out. I'm gonna do is going to be clicking on this move tool. I'm gonna paste it over here, click on like layers and fix the opacity. You can see how it actually looks like. Now what I'm gonna do is going to be increasing the opacity. I'm gonna do is convert it into a smart object or maybe rasterize the layer. That's like totally up to you. And first off, I'm gonna do is going to be turning this into white. So I'm gonna click on layers. I'm gonna fix the color first. Click on layers. Then I'm gonna do is go over the color. I'm gonna go over like this, but if it doesn't work, what we're gonna do is go over the layers again, press on Control T. Now I'm gonna do is go over to the tool where I'm going to like literally keep it underneath. What I'm gonna do is go over to properties again, click on fill. It will take a bit of a time to process, all like most of the time. Click on it and the fill option color will appear up. Now you can see that I have turned my shape into something like that. You can see it is over here. It is white now. I'm gonna click on layers now. I'm gonna do is take it all the way down so that all of the contents are above this. Okay, now you can see how it actually looks like. If it doesn't look that good, you can change it. I'm gonna click on this tool again. I'm gonna do is going to be changing the color into a gray one so that the rock and roll is like a lot more visible. I'm gonna do is press on Control T. I'm gonna go over to properties. I'm gonna go over to fill. Okay, press on OK first. Press on fill. I'm gonna do is click on, let's say a bit grayer is fine. You can see it is a bit more visible, rock and roll. Now as I'm done, I'm gonna do is click on this properties again, and that has been done. Now I'm gonna do is open up another icon which I want to use. You can also open it up something like this. Let's say I'm gonna do is select this part and then paste it over there. So I'm gonna click on this file or this selection tool. I'm gonna do is going to be selecting this part. Okay, I'm gonna do is select on this area. I'm gonna select on these parts too. You can see how good it actually looks. Make it to be a lot more professional than how it actually works with. Then you don't even have to like face a lot of hassle to actually select all of them together. So you can use it for various purposes. Now let's say I'm gonna do is do the same thing over here. I'm gonna do is select them individually from each and every part and then paste it on wherever I need it. I'm gonna do is going to be selecting these areas too. I'm gonna do is keep these areas because the library is all where we go. Now I'm gonna do is select them all individually, just like I'm selecting the other parts. You can see I'm gonna do is select these parts too. You can see how it is. Now I'm gonna select these areas. I'm gonna click on this, okay, because I don't need that anymore. I'm gonna click on these areas. Now I can see I have almost selected all the parts which I actually need. Now I'm gonna next thing what I'm gonna do is obviously removing the parts which I don't need. So I'm gonna do is select these areas first, which is like quite vital. Now as I'm done or like quite done, I'm gonna do is remove those parts. Click on this minus tool. I'm gonna go down and select the areas which I don't need, which is going to be somewhere from over here. I can see how it looks like. I'm gonna do is remove these areas too, because I don't need them. Now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Removed. Now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I can see all of them has been removed and also applied. So the next thing what we're gonna do is click on layers and click on this mask. I can see all of them has been selected. And I'm gonna click on this move tool. I'm gonna do is take it over there, paste it over here. I'm gonna do is take it like this. I'm gonna do is keep it to be resized or shaped. I'm gonna do is increase the size a bit more now. Let's say I'm gonna do is keep it like this. Increase the size a bit more. I'm gonna keep it to be underneath each and every one of them. Do is keep it here. So now you can see how it actually looks like. But if you want to keep it above here, you can also keep it like that. That's like totally up to you. Now we have a lot better, icon, or a lot better logo which we want to use as our musical t-shirt. If you want to apply more, you can also do that. So I'm gonna do is make more changes over here. Click on the selection tool. I'm gonna do is press on Ctrl Z first. What I'm gonna do is select this area. Selected. I'm gonna select these black parts too. Click on Alt and then zoom in. I'm gonna click on this plus sign. Click on these. I'm gonna click on these options too. You can see all of them has been selected. You can see all of the part has been selected. What I'm gonna do is click on this minus tool, remove this circle from here. After I'm done, I'm gonna do is click on clipping mask. You can see how it actually looks like. Click on this move tool and take it over there. Do is paste it over here. And I'm gonna do is press on this. I'm gonna do is zoom it out, or like analyze, or like keep it wherever you want. Now what I'm gonna do is keep it up at the top. I'm gonna do is keep it over here. And as I'm done, I'm gonna click on this. And you can also like convert it like directly to a smart object and then paste it on your t-shirt. But if you want to like edit in more, you can also do that. Let's say I'm gonna do is press on no because I don't need it anymore. You can also remove it if you want to, press on no. And if you want to do the same thing over here, you can also do that. But first off, what I'm gonna do is convert each and every one of them into a smart object. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna click on this, this, and this. You can see all of them has been selected. Right click on it, convert to smart object. You can see they have turned into a smart object. Now I'm going to click on file, click on open. And I'm going to go over to where I have my mockup file. I'm going to go over here, click on this, and I'm going to open up a PSD file. Let's say I'm going to drop it on a white shirt. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to do is take this over on this white shirt and paste it over here. Press on OK. Now you can see that we have a musical t-shirt design for like by using the tools of Adobe Photoshop. Then you can do the same thing just as we did most of the times. Right click on it. What you have to do is go over to blending option, then fix out like more to it. Okay, eventually there are a couple of mistakes which we did. Click on layers. What I'm gonna do is go over to layers. You can use this, but we can like remove it if you want to. But if you don't want that, just click on this underlying layer, or keep this underlying layer to be something like this. Click on this layer and how it actually looks. Okay, press on OK after you're done with it. Now I'm going to go over to blending option again, click on layers, right click on it, go over to blending option. What I'm going to do is click the blend mode to be a bit different. Click it. Let's say I'm going to do is search for darker color. I can use that. Now I can also use linear dodge, highlighter dodge, like overlay, soft light, hard light, vivid, and all of those together. But from here, I'm going to do is select on the darken color, and now the color has been more darkened. I'm going to click on both of them. I'm going to do is convert in smart object 2. Now you can see that the icon and also the t-shirt have turned into, let's say, a smart object. Next thing what we're going to do is, let's say I'm going to use up an icon for a tag. So I'm going to do the same thing of opening up that file which I just removed. I'm going to click on this. Let's say I'm going to use this one, or let's say this one, to be the tag. So I'm going to click on this selection tool. You can see this has been selected. We have to use this plus one. You can see all of them has been selected. Click on this masking tool. You can see this has been applied. Click on this, and I'm going to do is take it over here where we have our t-shirt. Click on this. I'm going to do is paste it, press on OK. I'm going to do is, you will see it will take a bit of a time to actually be put. What I'm going to do is remove them if you want to, but if you don't want to, then you can also keep it. Click on this tool. I'm going to do is take it over here, paste it, press on OK. That has been like applied. What I'm going to do is take it up above like this and find it out where it actually is. I'm going to press on this. I'm going to take it like this. Now, as I already have it, what I'm going to do is take it like this, and I can also turn it into a smart object. That's like totally up to me. But if you do want it, you can also select the part which you actually want. Let's say I'm going to do is delete this part. Delete. You can see this is how it looks like. Go over there. But if you don't want it to delete, just press on this and redo the process. You can also paste it on the t-shirt which we are using over here. You can also resize it. I'm going to do is press on delete. I'm going to do is click on it and press on delete. This has been deleted. If you want to add in more content, you can also add in more content, just like I told you. You can use it as a tag. But first off, you have to like take it over there. I'm going to do is put it right here, press on OK. You can see that it has been applied. What I'm going to do is zoom out and see where this icon actually is. What I'm going to do is take in this over here. What I'm going to do is rotate it. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to do is rotate it back again. Now I'm going to do is keep it somewhere like this. I'm going to keep it over here and increase the size a bit more so that I can put it over as the tag. What I'm going to do is keep it over. Let's say I'm going to do is take it over here. You can see it is perfectly placed. Okay. Press on OK. And then we have a musical t-shirt design by using the tools of Adobe Photoshop. Click on Convert to Smart Object. You can see everything has been made. So thank you for watching this video and also for staying with us. If you didn't understand a part, please let us know and we will guide you through the process.